what are you saying? Legacy Bros it, or more Legacy Bro? You know, it's just me. I don't know where Scott is, but welcome to my Shredding Chronicles, if you'd like to call them. If you did want to skip to the main topic of the video, which is 5 reasons or 5 things I wanted to know before I started bodybuilding, then skip to this part of the video. Go on, skip. Quick. So if they did skip, from now on they skip leg day, okay? They're an embarrassment, they've got twigs, they've got breadstick legs. You can probably clean your ears with their cotton bud legs, right? But thanks for staying and watching the rest of my video. So, where am I currently sitting? So I am currently a week into my shred, and I have dropped 2.5 kilos now, so I'm officially lighter than an A4 bit of paper. Woke up really flat today, like ridiculously flat. So every morning I do like to check, just to see like how I'm feeling, just so if I increase my carbs slightly. So today I'm going to slightly increase them just to kind of feel a little bit more fuller. So woke up flatter than when you're, when you're a teenager and you're playing for a kickabout and your ball goes over next to a neighbour and then Rottweilers have ripped it, absolutely shredded it to pieces, right? And it's flat. You go over there, you can't get it. That's actually a true story. I don't know any kid who hasn't had that happen to him. Amount of times I'd boot my ball over there and you'd hear it just get shredded. You'd be like, oh, toast, bit rude. But yeah, so, oh, hang on a minute. I like to start my day with one of my main supplements, which is my juice, okay? I'm juicing. So I am on the juice, right? If you know the Instagram, you'd know that I am on the juice. So I'm just going to neck a bit of H2O. Did you hear that big gulp? That was a lot harder than I thought. My eyes were watering. Oh, but as a soul, I got nothing left. I was right in the feels, that is. Oh. But if you didn't know, I did win the Guinness challenge. So if you're not following the Instagram, @_legacybros, is it that? I don't know. Scott will tell you. It'll be in the description. I'll put it in there. Scott always hates it when I say it because I can never get it right. I'm literally like, yeah, Legacy Bros, and he's like, no, you forgot the underscore. So I'm pretty sure it's @_Legacy Bros. But don't blame me, he's not here, so who's the winner? Me. So what you're going to be doing today is I'm going to be doing a pull day, so I'll take you along, why not? Come with me, come on. I'll take you with me, I'll show you a few exercises, and I don't know how I'm going to perch the camera up yet, so there might only be literally a couple of exercises. I will talk about them as well. But with I do push-pull legs because that's my religion, and on the other day I'll kind of do the opposite stuff, if you know what I mean. So for example, back, it's going to be mainly back today, with a couple of bicep exercises, but then with the back I'm going to be working on more of the whips and more of the lats. So something I'm literally like, compared to Scott, I'm like that little bug out of Bug's Life, you know, the little princess one with the little wings, and then he's just a full-on grasshopper. He's just got unbelievable back. So for this comp, for me to stand out, I've really got to work on my lats coming in, especially the posing. So been trying to pose every day, just lat spread every day, just every day gets you one step closer, you know. You have to do 1,000 things 1,000 times to be even decent at it. So I'm just going to keep going with it, but just making a pre-workout drink because caffeine is a life. Currently on this Total War by Redcon. I do go really red in the face, so if we're in the gym and I suddenly blow up like something out of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I do apologise. It is the, what is it, beta alanine in this? I can't say it. Beta alanine? I can't say it. Okay, say it. But yeah, so this is the pre-workout I'm having. But we'll see you in the gym, I hope. So we see you in the gym? I think so. Toodaloo. Let it focus. No, it's not a blues brother. No, it's not Elvis Presley. It's me with glasses on. This weather here in England, you can't tell. It's like your ex-girlfriend. You can't tell what's going to happen. You just don't know. It's hot and cold at the end of the day, and then they run off with someone. But anyway, so just now at the gym, just had my pre, and it's time to get to it. So let's just do it. Let's just jump into it. Why not? Let's stop messing around, Gareth. Gareth, get in there. Gareth. If you did wonder, I do train at Fully Pumped. That is my mecca. It's my home gym. Outrageous amount of equipment. Outrageous. It should be shut down. No, it's actually really good. Although, hopefully this Saturday, I should be going to Velocity, I'm hoping. So just a little change it up, because I like changing gyms up, just to keep me motivated as well. So, it's a bit weird. Like, you probably go to a different gym, with a different name, but with all the same equipment. You're like, oh my god, I love it! But it's the exact same. I don't get it. It's all our gym tours are about, aren't they? If you haven't checked our gym tours out, by the way, we do go to loads of gyms. We do have a new one coming up, which is the Asgard one. The Asgardian one, which is obviously based on 4, which was so sick. But I will see you in the session. My camera is going to die because Scott didn't charge it. That's all blame Scott. But I'm just going to finish up on one more back exercise and a couple of biceps. I'll let you know what they were. Right, see you back. Let's have a little look then. Am I shredded? God damn it, am I shredded? Oh, didn't see you in there. Out you come. So, you're here for the main topic of the video, aren't you? So, the main topic is 5 things I wish I knew before I started training, or as I was then starting training. Let's get into it, yeah? Let's get into it. Boom! Let it focus. Come on, sweetheart. Focus on me. Here we are, guys. A little bit blurry there. So, these are the 5 things that I really wish I knew, like I said, before I started training, or as I was then getting into training more than anything. So, number 1 is don't neglect muscle parts. Like a mechanic. Like muscles. Like muscles. I make a train. Yeah, so don't neglect muscles. What I mean by this is, for example, me, when I started training, I was just chest. Monday, Tuesday, chest. Wednesday, chest. Thursday, chest. Friday, chest. It was literally so much volume on my chest. Like my chest, like I'm not being big-headed, it's probably like my biggest part. Like here you can see my rotator cuffs are just so massive. Like, and it's just from training chest. But now my back is lagging because I didn't train it as much. So when I do like a lat spread, it's really hard for my lats to pop out. They're there, like I do have decent-ish lats, but they just won't pop out just because I neglected them. And same with like anything. It's like, you know the one that I'm going to say, when you started, you don't train legs. It is just so common, or you're going to skip leg day. Don't skip leg day. Honestly, like it took me ages to get my legs up to the standard that I feel comfortable at. Like I said, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect in the slightest, but for myself, I wouldn't wear shorts probably until I was literally last year, 24. So it took me a few years to actually get the chestnuts to whack on the shorts. Which takes me on to number 2. Is know your training. Okay, so when I started, I was literally 15, 16, and I'd literally just go in the gym, train everything every day. So, not everything every day, because I'd literally be like just chest. I'd be like just chest and a little bit of arms, but then I had the same routine. Okay, I had the same little routine, and it took me a few years to realise that like Arnie used to do like a chest day, and then a back day, and then like a leg day, then an arms and shoulders. And I'm like, does that work? So do some research on your training. Okay, so when you first started out, say you're 16. Okay, don't be afraid of compound lifts. Myself, I was petrified of them, so I'd literally only do the bench press, and it was on the Smith machine, so the assisted Smith. I wouldn't go near squats, I wouldn't deadlift, wouldn't do my bent over rows, and I paid the price when I was like 18, 19, when I started to shred down a little bit, which we'll go on to in a second. But yeah, don't be afraid of compounds. So, say you're starting out, your compounds are going to be the big daddy, the money makers of like growing. So your bench press, your squats, your overhead shoulder press, even ones for like your accessories, like for your arms, like skull crushers, barbell curls, like heavy barbell. That compound side of things for that one is going to be so much beneficial for you trying to grow, and also know what like your training like program should look like. So how many times you should be training a week, how long. When I first started out, I was doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'd do like literally full body. And as a 16-year-old, you are going to grow. That first 3-month period is so real. And looking back now, I kind of wish I really hammered that 3 months of literally jumping into it. Because you got to think, your body is going to be a cotton bud, all right? And you're going to go to it and you're going to suddenly start growing. You know, even like to you, it won't be a lot. And to other people, it won't be major. But to other people, you'll look bigger. So you start, I can remember for me, my chest started getting bigger, my school shirts were getting a little bit tighter. And you could remember like, it was like, you training, and at the time you thought you were an absolute unit. Do you do that thing where you look back, or like Facebook will give you a photo of what you used to look like, and you go, oh, that is the reason I did not get laid. Honestly, I hate when them photos come up. But yeah, know your training. Number 3 is diet. Okay, so between like 16 and 18, when you're first getting into the gym, like myself, don't worry so much about your diet. I had a few. I'm a personal trainer. I don't know if a 16-year-old come up to me. I had a couple of 16-year-olds come up to me and ask me about, oh, they want to lose some body fat. They want to get shredded for the summer. And if I'm being honest, like when you're first starting out, you don't really have the muscle mass to shred down. Okay, so make sure you've got the building blocks. You've got your protein. Okay, so kind of learn about how much protein you need. Okay, so roughly is 1 pound per gram of body weight. So that's plenty enough for anyone. So for myself, I'll probably hit between like 180 and 200. So I'm probably having just a little bit more, but I am now in a calorie deficit. So, but to grow muscle, I probably would keep it around 200 as well. That's just me. Like, everyone's going to have a different number. So don't go, oh, Gareth's on 200, I'll have 200. Don't. Make sure you do some research onto your diet, or even message us. Like, people starting out, I love helping people, especially with diet. And then when you get to around, when you start building muscle mass and you feel like you have a decent amount. So for me, I didn't really have a decent amount of muscle mass until I was 19 maybe. So when I was 19, I kind of thought, I need to shred some timber. I was 93 kg. I know. I'm currently 71 kg in this shred. That is a massive difference. So when I was on stage 2 years ago, I was 66 kg. If you look at it that way, that's about 35 kg loss over a period of a few years. So I didn't just shred it off. It took me ages to shred down, but I've enjoyed the process from it. So, and each time I've learned. I remember the first time when I was 19, didn't understand diet. I'd literally just increase my cardio. And being like, my metabolism was still quite fairly youngish, it's still quite high. I literally just shredded body fat. I never really had abs. I kind of just always had that, like the top two. And then when I wanted to get on stage, obviously you learn more about macros and everything, and diets, and that helped through. But yeah, when you're starting out, don't worry so much about your diet. So many people get fixed on it, and I need to do this, and that's when other paths are taken, like, you know, because they want to jump that. They want to jump it into like steroids and stuff like that. Don't worry about things like that, okay? Literally, get your protein intake in. Enjoy your life, honestly, because the longer along you get, now I'm 25, I'm so old, but the older you get, the harder it is actually to increase your muscle mass, okay? So, if I could go back, I would even hammer that bulk even more. I'd probably push to 100 kilos. If I knew to push to 100 kilos, I knew all my training, I knew my, like, not stay away from my compounds, like a little but yeah, then I think I'd be a unit now, and unfortunately now I'm paying the price because I did neglect them, and I didn't really have anyone to do this with, which leads on to number 4, is have a training partner, okay? So, looking back, I've had a couple of good training partners. When we started out, I can remember like we had our cotton bud arms, we had our pigeon chests, and we thought we were absolute units. But together, you had probably the best workouts. Can you remember the times, right? If you're watching this and you're kind of like a little bit older as well, can you remember when you look back and it wasn't about what you looked like, what the weight was, it was just get in the gym, move some weight, get a pump and leave. You know, you'd have your protein shake, you'd have your bro signs, or go get me a 20 minute anabolic window. But they were the best times, like the best sessions I've ever had. So if I could go back in time, I would. happily. Like, they were just so bro, if you'd like. Like, get a training partner who's got the same goals, who you get on with, and honestly, you just don't worry about the weight. Just lift, in the sense. Make sure you've got good technique and just enjoy it. Honestly, enjoy it. It sounds like it gets horrific. It doesn't. But if you're trying to like continue to build, it gets like really tedious. So enjoy it there. And that's how I just love the gym, because I was having fun with people. I was, you know, you're getting bigger, and then just from there, it's just kind of spiraled on. And number 5, which is the most important one. So on a serious one, it is mental health. Okay, so when you start off in the gym, it's so easy to start comparing yourself to others, and even other people comparing them to you. So myself, I used to always compare myself to other people in the gym who I thought were bigger. But you've got to remember certain things. So like same age, like I was the same age, they were same training program, they were in the gym the same time, but they were bigger. And you've just got to think it's just genetics, unless they were on steroids. But mainly it is down to like genetics, the way they were trained. They were probably lifting a little bit more, and they were probably, for all I know, they were doing more outside of the gym. You just don't know. Their diet might have been very on point from a young age, but don't compare yourself, because that's where you then in your head really struggle mentally. Like I did myself. I would never take my top off, just because I didn't have abs. So when I didn't have abs, I was kind of like, oh God, I don't want people to see me. Like, I don't look good anymore. Like, I'm rubbish. But this is the thing I hate about this industry. It takes a very lot of effort to get abs, unless you're just, like you said, your genetics are fantastic and you're a very lucky sod who's got them. But then, like I said, don't compare yourself to people. And if anything, just try and uplift people. Like, there's so many times I'm like, you see someone who looks good and you're just like, oh, they're on steroids. It's so easy to jump to. But like, just be like, if someone's like over here and you can tell they're struggling a little bit, just say to them, oh, like, I was like, your weights are jumping up. That's like, that's good. That's like, you've got good form, or you're looking good. It's something like different. I mean, so many people are so negative in this industry that we need to change it. We just do. You just need to support each other. You're both on the same journey. There's not an end path. There's not a perfect physique, because there's not a perfect physique. You are you, and your physique is you. Okay, so learn to live in that physique and just learn to grow it. Do you know what? If like when I started out, my chest like got massive from my body, and I knew it was massive, but I didn't see it as a negative. I kind of thought, do you know what? I'm growing, I'm enjoying it, and people were giving me comments, and you start liking that. Just enjoy being you, okay? And especially in the gym, feel comfortable. As hard as that can sometimes be, just try and feel yourself and enjoy your training. But if you do need any information on training, diet, or if you're just starting out and you just literally need a little bit of guidance, message us on Instagram or leave a comment down below. We'll get in touch with you. I'm always here to help. That's the one thing I do love. I just love helping people as well, especially now they're starting off. We're all in the same boat once. But yeah, let me know how you get on, and I will see you in the next shredding one. So hopefully I'll be a little bit skinnier, so I'll have that prep phase, what I like to call the goldfish phase, and we'll go from there. But thank you for listening, guys, and if you have stayed throughout this bit, I do appreciate it. And if you could subscribe, give it a cheeky like, and even follow us on our Instagram, because there is so much banter on there, training techniques, just little tips and tricks for the trade more than anything, and we're trying to give it all out to you guys, alright? Thank you for your support as always, and we'll see you in... I'm going to punch it in the next one.